Welcome everyone to this session. My name is Nizar Ali. I am a full-time ESL instructor here at Renton Technical College, Seattle area, Washington State. Very happy to see you all on Zoom. I will be discussing the topic, as you can see on the slide, ensuring equity in online education in the AI era. So as a note of transparency, I used ChatGPT version 4.0 and Gemini Pro to help me generating some initial ideas and designing the structure of the presentation, which I then adapted and modified to fit the goals of this session. Okay. Okay. So my goal, in fact, in this session is to quickly understand the equity challenges in online education, specifically with AI. We would like to explore some AI tools that I have been using and their equity implications. Briefly touching on some and analyzing some scenarios for inclusive strategies and identifying key institutional steps for promoting equity with AI. So that will be my main goal. Before we dive in, is it okay just briefly, like take a moment to reflect on this question, please? What does equity in online education mean to you? Because of the, the time is very limited. Normally, I do kind of scenarios and analyzing the scenarios. I just want you to have what does equity mean in your mind? Just keep it there, and then maybe if we have a few minutes, we can discuss it later. Okay? Because each one of us might have a different perspective on what does equity mean. In this session, we will focus on some equity challenges that are particularly relevant when integrating AI. The digital divide, algorithmic bias, accessibility, and the need for inclusive design. So this will be my four kind of equity challenges that I need to focus on in this session. In fact, I am teaching here in the US. Sometimes the digital divide is huge, unlike maybe in some other areas in the world, some other regions. So the digital divide remains a significant barrier. Based on the US Department of Education, which noted in 2021, 25% of students lack reliable internet. Specifically at that time, there was a huge need for internet because most of the classes, most of the programs were taught online or in a flex, specifically online during COVID-19. So, which is, specifically the low-income families and rural students outside the cities. AI tools, sometimes it makes it more difficult and worsen the situation because, as we know, AI tools need a wide band, bandwidth, internet access. So that sometimes make it even harder. The bias issue is really a major concern here. I think some of the presentations we have today, there was a lot of reference and highlight to the bias issue when using AI tools. So AI tools can, and it is very evident in the AI tools. Any AI tool you use, you will see through the generated material that there is a bias there. For example, specifically when it comes to writing. So, if you submit a writing assignment or an essay written by a non-native speaker, for example, to ChatGPT or any other tool to evaluate it and to see if this was written by AI tool or human, mostly sometimes it will be telling you, oh, this essay or this assignment was written AI, sorry, just because the data they have and the machine, it's trained to.
أنا دكتور. Would you like to be a doctor?
Yeah.
No.
Mohammed,
Would you like to be?
could you mute yourself, please?
ليش تحس أصير أنا؟
Mohammed
أنا
Aladawi,
بصير.
I don't have host
أنا قاعدة
privilege.
أفكر إذا ما
Can't
تصير مريم
mute
باجي
him
أقدر
nor kick him out.
Okay.
Mohammed,
قلت لك مريم باجي بس إنه إذا ما في يعني إذا ما أقدر أصير
I don't know if he can hear
ما
us.
فهمت الأولانية إيش؟ مريم مين؟
Mohammed,
مريم بيولوجي. أنا سمعتها مريم بيولوجي.
إذا ما أقدر أصير قاعدة أدور
Mohammed Aladawi.
إني my other plan plan B يعني.
ما فيش بلان بي عندك؟
ها؟
ما فيش عندك بلان بي؟
Mohammed,
أنا قاعدة أفكر.
I
كنت
can't
أول
mute.
كنت أبي أصير
You mute him.
Okay, Mohammed, could you please
أقول حق
mute
ولا حد بس كنت
yourself?
بحكي عليه.
ليش؟
أنا كنت أول كنت أبي أصير صراحة أول يعني جاب كنت أبي أصير كنت صغيرة مريم روج يعني.
Maybe try typing in the chat.
قاعدة أفكر شنو أصير مستقبلا.
Yeah, I'll try typing to him, but if he's
والله أنت حسب
Mohammed,
شو بتحبي؟ مثلا طيور مثلا.
لا
please
أنا
mute yourself.
social anxiety مو حابة أتكلم مع الناس. شنو أصير؟ عطني لك لو تسمع شيء يعني unique interesting يعني.
I'm very sorry,
أنا شيء
Nizar.
أنا
ما فيش حدا
أنا ولا حد
مهتم بيه.
أنا my family عندهم.
I think you can mute him yourself, right?
طب ما أنت
I was
حسب
not
الفاميلي
given
اللي عندك
host
إياه.
privileges when
I
Fatima turned it over. I
something unique facts أنا ولا حد أنا أفكر فيه.
Mohammed, please mute yourself.
مش كذا الناس يفكروا في
محمد.
البزنس أكون
محمد
Please mute
عفوا.
yourself.
Okay.
He just did.
Okay.
Thank you, Nizar.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So the bias issue is really very should be taken very seriously when you submit an assignment there in one of these tools. Okay. So sorry. Okay. Then we come to the other challenge, which is accessibility. Here in the Washington state, we have most of the course material that you create by 2026 should be all completely accessible because we have a kind of a checklist provided by the State Board of College and Technical Community Colleges that all the instructors, any material that you create, it should be accessible. If it's the video, if it's a PowerPoint, if it is the Microsoft document, everything should be completely accessible. So accessibility is a crucial thing. Students with disabilities may encounter a significant technological barriers, right? Not all tools are compatible with assistive technology. Like if you have a child with autism, they use some apps, some assistive technologies. They have their own IEP. They may have some challenges when it comes to accessibility. So for that reason, it's very vital, very necessary to apply UDL principle as outlined by this resource. Okay. Another thing is creating course material which should be inclusive course design, which like maybe these challenges highlight the importance of inclusive course design. This involves using culturally responsive materials, offering flexible format for communication, for learning, for assessment, and ensuring clear communication to build a supportive community. And later I will share with you a very interesting TED Talk by a Nigerian poet. Her name, she's a very popular figure. Her name is Chimamanda Ngozi. She was talking about the danger of a single story that I will share with you later. Now, let us look at a couple of tools, but unfortunately we are, the time is very short here. But I think I'm not going to talk about ChatGPT because I think all of us know that. Many of us are using it, but I am currently using a very interesting tool. It's called Khanmego. It's an AI tool created by Khan Academy, but maybe unfortunately it's not available in the in UAE or in the Arab region. But here in the US, many K-12 schools are using it intensively, successfully, efficiently. So if we have time, I will share it with you. Just let me finish this slide, and then I will share with you the screen. How does it look from students' perspective and from the teacher's perspective? For teachers, it's totally free. For educators, but for students, unfortunately, it's not free. And that's another thing when it comes to inclusion or inclusive, right? An equity issue. Okay. Okay. We are not going to do, remember we talked about the group activity. Unfortunately, that will be very hard to do it in 25 minutes. So what we are going to do, let us consider like you remember when we talk about unfairness in grading. Imagine AI tool is used for initial essay scoring, but seems to consistently score students from certain demographics lower. Like if you speak another language, for example, if there are some references in your essay about a specific area in the world, so the feedback might not be fair enough. So how might we address this with AI use? I think, solutions could involve ensuring human oversight, because you are the instructor, you are the teacher, you know your students more than AI tool. Using AI as a formative feedback tool rather than purely summative, and providing clear channels for students to question or appeal AI generated scores. There are so many cases about teachers evaluating students' papers and giving them a low score, thinking these essays were generated by AI, but it wasn't. So the teacher should be very careful about depending on AI tool or using his own or her own experience in evaluating those writing assignments. So what are some practical strategies for designing inclusive online courses with AI? We need to prioritize technology access support, maintaining transparency in how AI is used, providing training. Training is extremely important for both the educators and the students. How to use it, how much to use it, which tools is good, which tool is not, which tool, there should be a kind of training for everyone in the institution. Okay. Okay. Okay, so beyond individual course design, institutions have a crucial responsibility. So where I work, every Friday we have a PD session, every Friday, from COVID-19 till now. So in those PD sessions, there's a lot of training for instructors. Some of them are obligatory, some of them are optional. So the institution has a responsibility to offer training for teachers, and the teachers will implement that next day in the class. So the teachers will train the students on using those AI tools. So at the same time, for accessibility, how to identify bias generated material by the AI, how to identify the bias issue here, because that will help also improving the critical thinking of the students that many of us talked about today in many sessions. Another thing is, which, when it comes to inclusive part of the challenge is, ensuring there should be a kind of diverse faculty input in technology decisions. It's not like from top to down. Everybody should be involved, but which tool to use, why this tool, not another tool. So all teachers, regardless of their background, linguistically or socially, should be involved in that, taking that decision. Okay, there are some resources I'm going to share with you here. You can, you can take pictures, or I can share the, the tool with you. Okay, here you can scan this QR code if you like, to have some examples about how to create inclusive online teaching material. So this QR code will help you in some advice. And by the way, these were generated by AI tool with some modifications.
Unfortunately, it says
Thank you very
the
much.
QR
Sorry,
code has been deactivated. It says
deactivated.
QR code has been deactivated for some reason.
Okay. So if you like, I can share the document with you in the chat.
Yeah, or you can, it says click here to reactivate it if you're the owner. So you can scan
I
the
will do it.
QR and hopefully do so. Thank
I
you.
will do that. I will do that. So this is for today. Our key takeaway is AI can support equity, but only if we intentionally and thoughtfully center equity in all our practices and design. We would now like to open it for questions if there's any questions. And before going to the questions, is it possible to share that tool I talked about? I think we have some time, right?
Yes, you have 8 minutes. If we're
Okay,
gonna
that's
stay on
great.
time, you did start late, so if you need to
Yeah.
go a little bit over, I think that's fair.
Okay, so let me share another one of these tools. Just 1 second. Okay. 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 I have so many screens open. So this is the tool I was talking about. This is called Khanmigo, but again, unfortunately, it's not available in UAE. So this tool is free for instructors, but not for students. So this is all the options you can see in the tool, and each one has a different code. So the purple one is for planning. Anything you do like when it comes to planning, like if you want to create the exit ticket to get some reflections by the end of the class or the end of the quarter or the module, lesson hook, when you start your session, all you do, if you want to create a lesson plan, if you want to create informational text. So last week I was teaching climate justice, which is a very important topic for me. So I couldn't find any reading material about it. So all I do, I click the informational text, and then you select the level. So I am teaching level 5 ESL students. So for me, it looks like maybe they're equivalent to grade 8. And then I choose the topic, and the AI tool, Khanmigo, will generate it for me. So when it comes to, and it will be saved automatically in the platform. So you see here, when you see my document here, you will see it completely saved automatically. You don't need to do, it's all saved. I have been using it for maybe 2 years. Okay, if, for example, if the lesson planning recognizing runs on and comma splices in writing class, so you can do that. But when it comes to accessibility, that is my main thing I wanted to talk about. For example, let me show you. This is very interesting. So when it comes to this color, you see this color is differentiate. If you have multi-level students in the same class, so we have here the word leveler. So let me so leveler, if you have a multi-level students, so I have this reading is about what does a credit score mean in the United States, because the credit score is extremely important for any newcomer in the US. So you click the leveler, it may give it a title, a credit score. So this is the original text. I pasted here. Okay, so the maximum number of words, it shouldn't exceed 1,500 words. So this is the text. It's a long one. Then you 8 level, grade 8, start generating. Okay, this is for if you have a student in grade 8 in the United States. So this is a long one, right? So if you want to make it shorter, suitable for example, grade 1, if you have students in grade 2 or grade 3, all you do, you go to leveler again, the same topic, just choose another level. Let us say grade 4. Look at the grade 4 version. It's very short, right? The same theme, the same topic, but this is suitable for grade 4, which could be, for example, if you teach ESL, it could be level 1 ESL students or EFL, whatever the level is. So this is a good tool. It level the content you are teaching based on the students you have to make it more inclusive, more accessible, more equitable, because it will be tailored based on the students you have. So, okay. Another thing I wanted to show you is, let me stop sharing screen. Let me share another screen with you. So I will share with you the same tool, but from a student perspective, because I think many of us have a lot of concerns about AI tool doing the job for the students. You know, when you submit a prompt to ChatGPT, oh, write an essay about climate change, it shouldn't exceed like 500 words. The ChatGPT will do it immediately for you, right? But this tool, the Khanmego tool for students, so this is from students' perspective. It doesn't, if you read this statement here, I am Khanmego, I'm here to help you through the process of writing your essay. Do you have any questions? So the tool will not do the work for you as a student. You have to start, you have to initiate, and the tool will help you in the process, not in the production. That was I think we talked about like many times today. So, so this is a very interesting tool, but again, for students, unfortunately, is not free. So that is again takes us back to the equity issue. So yeah. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. So any question, please? I'm very happy to answer any questions if there is a question or a comment.